I used my rolling pin today, but not in the way you would think. I didn't make the biscuits from scratch, but I did make a vegan chicken pot pie. I rolled it out, just not from scratch. Here it is, so yummy and beautiful. Okay, stay tuned so I can show you exactly how I made it. Now I started with Butler's soy curls, and these need to be rehydrated. So I have kind of a two-step process that I do here. I take a seasoned cold water bath and I put them inside of that for about 10 minutes, and then I take that same liquid, the same soy curls, put them inside of a heated pan, cover it up, and let them boil for about 25 minutes till they have a nice rolling boil. They're nice and soft. You just want them to be really, really supple because you're rehydrating something that was dried. So that's just a process. I usually use a two-step process to rehydrate things, because sometimes if you are not sure that they're really hydrated, you might get little hard spots or something that feels a little tough. These were very, very supple and soft, just like little chicken pieces. So then I took those out of the pan, and then I put like 3/4 of a vegan stick of margarine to melt, and then I use about 3/4 cup of flour inside of there as well, and I just kind of sauteed that together to make the flour not raw anymore, make myself a nice little roux here. Just, cook out that rawness of the flour, melt that butter very well, and this is going to be the basis of your white sauce for your pot pie. Okay, so then I put in a little almond milk. You can use any kind of plant-based milk you want here. You do not have to use almond milk if you don't want to. This is unsweetened and unseasoned. Then I just whisk so that the white sauce thickens up nicely. Season it up with a little black pepper. See how nice and thick the sauce has gotten just from your flour, your vegan butter, and your plant milk. Made a nice thick white sauce. You could also put a little mushroom seasoning. I definitely recommend you put a little mushroom seasoning here to season up that white sauce. Then I put a little water in just to thin it out a little bit, because as it cooks, it will get thicker and thicker, and until you're ready to serve it, you may have to thin it out a couple times with a little bit of water, but also test to make sure that it still tastes good, because sometimes you lose a little bit of flavor with the water. Next, I put inside my chopped veggies, which is celery, onion, and carrot, which is going inside of my vegan chicken pot pie. Then I put my vegan chicken inside, and I just let those flavors all meld together so they could just start cooking, soften up, and take on the flavor of that nice sauce. And also, you have to go ahead and re-season here as well. I put some potatoes in, and this is just to keep that sauce thickened. You can skip this step if you want. Sometimes I put green peas inside, potatoes, just any veggie you want, you can put inside of here. I also added in some canned mixed veggies, which is, I don't normally do this, but a brand sent me these, a black-owned brand by the name of Good Family Farms sent me these, so I put them inside of my chicken pot pie, but I don't usually do that. I usually use it fresh or frozen. So I re-seasoned it again with the pot pie, and I tasted it a bit. Then I just use refrigerated biscuits to go on top, because this is a shortcut recipe. I have made my own biscuits to go on top, but not in this case. This case, I'm doing a shortcut recipe. So I just took them, rolled them out on a flour surface, nice and thin, and then I'll just make sure you check the label to make sure that they are vegan, that they don't have any milk or egg or anything inside of them. Many of them are accidentally vegan, but make sure you check the label, because sometimes they change the formula on you, and then you're like, oh, dang, I didn't get the vegan kind. So just keep that in mind. So I just rolled them out nice and thin. And, if you didn't want to roll them out, if you just wanted to stick them on top fat like that, you could. But I wanted mine to be a little thinner. So I rolled them out, and I wanted to cover more surface area in the pan. And then I just placed them for First, I put all of my nice white sauce that's already cooking, all seasoned up, inside of the casserole dish, the baking dish that I'll be using. And then I place my flat biscuits on top of there to cover it up really nicely. Covered up all the surface area. I even cut a couple little pieces so that everything was covered. I didn't want any holes or anything like that. But you know, it's okay to have a couple little holes so that your insides are venting inside. So that's a good thing as well. That way you don't have to poke any holes in it. You just have a couple little pieces that allows the pot pie to vent, let out some of that heat. And there you go. Now, I took and I brushed this with a little vegetable oil. Well, actually, it was grapeseed oil that I brushed this with. But you could use melted butter. You could use vegan unsweetened milk. You could use even water just to give it a little bit of a sheen. I put it in for about 25-30 minutes on about 375. And there you go, my beautiful pot pie. It was amazing, delicious, and it was quick and easy, and it was a good shortcut. So if you're looking for something that feels like it baked for a long time, and it's hearty and that the family will love, you definitely have to try out this vegan pot pie with refrigerated biscuits. It was yummy, 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 yummy. If you like this recipe, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share it to someone who you think needs a great vegan meal. Okay, babe.
Decent?
Mm-hmm.
Did you taste it yet?
Mm-mm. It's a little messy.